How's it going, guys? Bring a Platoon here, and welcome back to another game in World of Tanks Xbox One Edition. This is going to be a phenomenal game in what I am playing today, the T1 Tier 5 American Heavy Tank. And this thing, it's not great. Your front armor with no angle is 100 millimeters thick, including the turret. So that's very gushy indeed. With standard ammunition, which only has 128 millimeters of pen, it's a 90% chance to go through the front of this tank everywhere. So that's a sad story, but moving on. Let's actually go down the gun statistics right away. 128 millimeters of pen for the standard AP rounds, you knew that. 115 damage on average per shot with the AP and APCR rounds. 177 millimeters of pen for the APCR premium ammunition. And then a measly 38 millimeters of pen for the high explosive munition you get. But hey, at least you deal 185 damage instead of 115 on average if it pens. So that's cool. Don't ever use it. It's not worth it. It gets 2,000 base DPM, or just shy of it, base. So that's pretty cool. Aim time is 2.3, which is ass, and its dispersion is 0.43. You may notice that I have a lot of premium ammunition in this game. And pretty much every game I'm going to be playing in this tank, because that is simply to make up for the lack of accuracy this thing has. It's the poopy. But 35.4 kilometers an hour top speed, 10 kilometers an hour top reverse speed. Gun elevation is 30 degrees, which is great. And gun depression is 10 degrees, also great. Tanks.gg has 860 health listed. The console version gets 660, a whole 200 less. So that's awesome. Sarcasm. So you get 330 view range base, which is pretty ass, but despite that I still have coated optics on because view range is everything in lower tier games, and I dare I say in any tier game. That and camo. So more view range never hurts anybody. And you really don't need the gun laying drive, because the aim time, while it is 2.3, it doesn't really feel like it. I also wouldn't recommend putting on Cola for this tank to increase or to max out your crew skills, because it is a 1 in 5 chance that your ass is going to be set on fire. That's a 20% fire chance for every 1 in 5 shells that enter your engine will set you on fire. So that's awesome. Not really. Again, with the sarcasm. Let's go on to the 3D model. You already know the thickness of the frontal armor is 100 millimeters thick. You can side scrape in this thing, but if you overexpose your front upper side plate, it will basically mitigate the angle you put on, or the effort of side scraping, and make that only 85 millimeters thick. So the only real way that you can play this tank is, well, defensively as you possibly can, is to side scrape. And even then, if they have a gun caliber of higher than 76 millimeters, they can pen your the roof of your chassis and your turret, because it's only 25.4 millimeters on the top of both things. So that's ass. Hence why Artie is your biggest fear and enemy in this tank. But reverse side scraping works phenomenally well as long as you don't over angle. They cannot shoot through your chassis at all, because you have 41.3 millimeters of side armor to work with, and they can still pen your turret, unfortunately, but this is actually getting rid of your frontal weird weak spots. And you do shoot every just under 3 seconds if you use my equipment loadout. And with Cola, which again I wouldn't recommend, you would probably get that to 2.8. I would say 2.8 or 2.6 seconds. That's probably a stretch, but it's not worth it in my opinion. Just optics and have recon and situational awareness. I have my E5 crew on this thing, and that has like 15 skills and perks. So yeah, it takes a lot to get this thing to work at, maximum efficiency, but even then it's still poopy. You can't change the tank's faults just because you got a good crew in it. You still got to deal with it. And I know the OI has a shitty, inaccurate gun, So I've got the premium loaded because obviously that's the only chance I have in hell of penetrating it, because his weak spot in the front is 150 millimeters thick. My standard pen, I'll have no chance in hell, and even with my premium 177 millimeter APCR rounds that I get for the penetration, I need to average roll, and if I hit a slightly angled part of his armor, I need to even higher penetration roll for that, so that's pretty ass. I don't know why he's just not charging me. He's probably just waiting for me to pop out so he can, yeah, put his little heat shell into me, but that's not really working out too well, because that thing sucks, and I know that I can just shoot the flat part of his armor behind the angled, what would you even call those? Hatches, I guess? Whatever. But yeah, he's taking damage. He's getting some free hits in from somebody else. Or no, I think I'm the only one doing damage to him. But I farmed him. I got what I needed. In order to 3-mark this tank, you need to get 1,300 damage combined in every game you play. So that's not terrible. Definitely not for a tier 5 tank. But good luck, because when your team is getting smashed, you can only fire 115 alpha every 3 seconds. You kind of need a lot of penetrations to make that work, or you need to spot, which with your mediocre speed, good luck with that, outspeeding your lights. But even so, you can make it work. Just play smart, play defensively, especially when you're not top tier, and you'll do fine. It's not hard to excel in these kinds of tanks. You just have to be kind of lucky with matchmaking and hope you don't get steamrolled, and then just play smart. That's it. This is a phenomenal result for this tank. Don't expect this to happen. If you get a 1,500 damage game, you're doing great, and you're doing it well. But yeah, I've had games where I get 300 damage and then die because Artie or a tier 6 KV2 will come around the corner and snapshot me for 700. Well, I guess 660, considering that's my entire HP pool. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the commentary. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time.